Hello everyone, I am Erika of Beadingschool.com and you are watching Coffee Time with Erika, my weekly BD broadcast. Today I planned to show you the jewels from the Lucia slide box, but before I would do so, please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me, if the technical things are all right. I have a Facebook user friend saying hi over there. Marianske is here also. You can watch today's video from the Beading School Facebook page and also from the Beading School Club. In case that you are watching from the club, then you might want to click on the link that is about the video in the description, so I can see your name and I can see your face and I can greet you personally. Like, hi Nancy and Ariana. Ariana says that she can see me and hear me. Wonderful. Katja is here, Marianne, Sandra, Marta, Carol, Gunel, Cynthia, Martina is here, Yosin, Sherry, Irina, Faye, Gemma, Janet, Jessica. Welcome, ladies. You know, I hope you got not too excited because, as you might have seen, I got a picture today from my colleague and friend Zuzi where her pieces were supposed to be. And this is what I received. So I think she had just too much fun arranging, and there will be a last minute change to the topic of the broadcast, and we will look at the gnome for 45 minutes because it's relaxing and he's cute. I will put on also a picture with him relaxing in the bead box. So that's it for today. I hope everyone is happy. You can start arranging your little gnome beds. I hope you already have your boxes, and then we can talk about it, which components would be the most comfortable to put under the head of the gnome. But Kata, you have some suggestions? The gnome was a cute gift from Kata. Do you have some suggestions? Which components should we put under the head of the gnome? Ginny doesn't have a box yet. It's on the way. So she needs to prepare, get ready for making her gnome bed. Gunnar, I'm sure she has a gnome at home. Oh, Kata wants to put their gingerbread. I think that would be amazing. It would make it smell so nice also. So, okay, Marta says jewels, please. Okay, I will be a good girl. And in fact, not only do I have my own jewels here, but I have here jewels for you from 4 friends designers, and one of them is actually here with me waiting for you, and she will show you her jewels and talk about her experience and ideas herself. So I don't want to keep her waiting for long. I will first show you 2 of the jewels I have made, and then I will invite my surprise guest to join me and show you her jewels. One of them will actually be a gift to our fuchsia level students. So I hope you are excited. It's a beautiful one. So I will put on my hand camera. So you can see the gnome better, and then we can start looking at the gnome for 45 minutes. Okay, not teasing. There are jewels coming. So just a little update for those of you who might not be familiar with the Beadingschool Academy boxes yet. I have here a beautiful collection of components and beads inspired by a Swedish tradition, which you can soon learn about more. And for the next 2 months, we will be making jewels inspired by Lucia's light, working with the beads and components coming from the box. So I would like to show you first a design that I have created for you for this upcoming Friday, and what's going to be a no one has to bead alone design. So I'm sorry, I somehow put my name on the screen. I don't know how. Okay, it's a new function apparently. So I have here, I know that lots of you are working now with the square stitch bezels thanks to the Harmony set. And this is a mandala-like piece, also starting out with a square stitch bezel. So you can already make your square stitch bezeled 8mm cabochon, either with an 8mm Preciosa nacre cabochon in the middle, or a chaton, or a pearl. And then we will decorate it further with bicone beads, with slender bugles, and a bunch of seed beads. I wanted to create a very open, lacy effect, and I hope you like it. Actually, it's also possible to fill in beads into these V-shaped parts between the bugles, so you can take it to the next level if it catches your attention. So this is what we are going to bead together on this upcoming Friday already. And the next jewel, I am really happy that you like this. And the next jewel that I would like to show to you, it's actually the first signature jewel. I have beaded it already in 2 colors and even matching earrings. So I hope you will like it. So it is a pendant featuring a 12mm ice glass rivoli. So it means that the focal is a 12mm rivoli with a sparkly effect, which looks like as if the rivoli was frozen in the inside. It's also decorated with some Miyuki half tila beads, a big bunch of 3mm bicones, and also some wax solos. And while I was waiting to meet you today, then I had an idea of like, okay, we need a fancy pendant holder or bail or something for it. So I created one using a slim navette also from the box. And in fact, if you mirror this part on the other side of the navette, then you can make components for a bracelet or for an earring. So you can also make matching jewels. And a Facebook user friend says it's like a fiery snowflake or a shooting star. Indeed, but it's really dependent on the colors that you use, because even with a slight change, Like I used here the same colors pretty much. However, instead of one color of bicon beads, I added 2 colors of Preciosa bicons, the full Labrador ones coming from the fuchsia box. Then the effect is slightly different. Here for the second version, I added the 𝐁𝐄𝐃𝐈𝐍𝐆 zirconia star at the bottom, and then I hanged it on a simple peyote bale decorated with a 4mm Preciosa sew-on rhinestone. And Terry says, I love it, love the overlapping look of the tilas. Thank you, Terry. I'm really happy. My favorite part of it is how the Vexolo beads sit slightly on the bezel, so they make it look textured. You see, it really has a volume. Also, we often talk about it that we should start creating square stitch bezels with different sizes of focals. So here you will find a 12mm Rivoli in the middle. And hi, Elena and Antoinette and everyone in the meanwhile. And Jessica has a question. Is this the pattern everybody gets? And yes, indeed, Jessica. Complete with the peyote bale, with the navet bale. This is the pattern that all yellow, turquoise, and fuchsia level Beadingschool Academy students will receive. And Tanya says, when you work with 2 colors of the Preciosa bicons, the star looks more filled up, like both versions. Indeed, this part is more visible. With the all cyan version, it blends together a bit more. So I'm super happy that you like it, ladies. And I would also like to, I will show you 3 jewels, because the third jewel that I have made, it's actually a matching piece for the for this pendant. So just a moment. So I have here an earring that is kind of a variation of one of the segments of the snowflake. However, instead of so many bicon beads, I made a combination of a bicon and several pieces of 3mm fire polished beads. So this one is slightly different. And the motif, it is perfect for an earring, but also I can really imagine it as a bracelet. I made a little connector from the 3mm faceted rounds from Preciosa, which are completely new, and then one of the loch rows, which is a sew-on component from Preciosa, between the ear stud and between the component. And then I made it super long by adding this chain with the 3 cubic zirconia pieces at the end. And Faye says, this would look spectacular hanging on the Christmas tree. And actually, most of the pieces that you will see this time coming from the box, they double as possible Christmas decorations, or you can hang them on the presents that you give to your loved ones. So they are not only jewels, but they can have even more functions, actually. And Facebook user friend says, just a suggestion, if you add another slender bugle behind the existing one, it will give the star more dimension and make it sturdier. You can go on and on, I think, with adding pieces and making it your own personalized variation. So I am looking forward to see yours. And Ariana says it actually reminds her of Art Deco. So these were the 3 pieces that I wanted to show you for the beginning. And I would like to now invite my friend and fellow designer on screen, who will talk about her experience and show you some pieces that she created already from the box. This was the second box that she worked with already. And she will join me.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Vicky.
Welcome. Hi, Erika. How are you?
Thanks, I'm really fine. And I'm super happy that you could make it today.
Oh, I'm happy to be here so we can talk about the box. It's so exciting.
Welcome, welcome. And you ladies might remember Vicky joined us earlier this year to talk about the Bead and Jewelry magazine of the United Kingdom, where we had actually I had my first big cover necklace, and then later you started to work with the boxes, and you actually published a tutorial from the Tatis's treasure box.
I did. Would everyone like to see it? So,
you have it here. That's wonderful.
I have it. I have a little bit of a story about it. So I had it on the other day. Well, I was putting it on to see how it would look for today. But I must have made the strap a little bit too tight, or I've put a little bit of weight on, either or. And I couldn't get it off. I couldn't get the clasp to open. So I had to like drag the necklace, and so that the jump ring would come apart. But it's still very pretty apart from that. But that was such a good box to work with.
It's a beautiful piece. And well, after working with all the blue and cold tones, now something fiery landed on your bead mat.
Yes, the Lucia's light box is just divine, and I just loved it. From the moment I opened it, it was like, I always say, and I think I've said to someone who actually might be here, Sarah, but I think she might be down as Facebook user, when she's waiting for her box to come, and she was saying like, oh, I can't wait. And I was like, it's like Christmas. It's like opening your presents on Christmas morning. It's just a gift that keeps on giving. It's so good. And yeah, I was super excited to open it because there was just on the top. It's actually one of the bits I've used in one of the jewels that Erika's going to show in a second. It was the little rhinestones, the Indian pink rhinestones. That was the first thing I saw, and I just kind of get a little squeal, like a little happy squeal.
I'm really, really happy that you enjoy working with it. You also shared a picture with me about your bead mat.
Oh yeah,
Vicky,
the mess. Look at it.
What is this mess?
So messy. But I do have one of the pieces that is on here. Can you guys see this? We're talking about the square bezel before. I've used the Nivets using the square bezel, as you can see, kind of. And then I've joined them all together to make a 3-sided piece, which I'm not actually sure what it's going to be yet, but it makes me think of like a little lantern. And I really, really love it. So I'm thinking earrings, and I'm thinking I'd like to maybe put the Art Deco drop through it, but I've made it a bit tight now and I can't get it through, much to my annoyance earlier on. But I think it would look nice hanging next to the Art Deco drop. So that's a possible earring. But I did also make this one to go with it, because I thought this jewel was really beautiful, using the Tila beads and a couple of the bicones. And my favourite things in the boxes, and I've said this to Erika before, and it was the same with the last box I had, same with this one, I adore all the metal components. So the metal components, in the UK, and I don't know if anyone else has found much more than I have, but you don't tend to get a lot of what Erika has in the boxes, really. You get the odd one or two bobbing about from certain shops, but mainly the type of components that Erika has for her ear wires are just out of this world. They just take the designs to like the next level, which is just so cool. So this wasn't going to be an earring, and I'm not sure it will be. Part of me wants to cut the back off the earring, which I've just gone on about how nice they are as earrings. But yes, part of me wants to cut it off and use it as a central component essentially, and then join things off it. But we'll see. We'll see how I'm going to do that. I'm not sure yet.
Good idea, and then you can join to it beads through the circle, so it can be in the middle.
Oh, that's it. I did think I could kind of trim it down, just make a little loop at the back, so it would still have you wouldn't have to lose any of the effect. So, but that remains to be seen. I would like people's opinion on this one, because when I spoke to Erika about it, I was like, this is really ugly. And I was like, it's not, it's beautiful. I was like, it's really ugly, and it's not my style at all, but sometimes I have to push myself out of my comfort zone. So it's very chunky, which is what is not me. And these are all still in progress, these pieces that I'm showing you now. These aren't the two that I've actually finished.
Vicky, can you actually show this one?
So, I can show it because it's not finished, because it'll be fine. Fine. So this one may end up in Bead and Jewelry magazine. It might not, though, because I don't know if I like it enough. What does everyone else think? Does anybody else think that it's a...
Okay, ladies, I spent 10 minutes already before today's broadcast convincing Vicky that this needs to go to the magazine, and it's beautiful. So please help me out.
We'll see. It is beautiful, and it's just so chunky, and it's just not what I normally go with. So I'm kind of a little bit like, you're a little bit ugly, but I kind of like you.
It's beautiful. And ladies, just a final warning, we again have spam, so please don't click on any links that someone is showing in a comment. I will delete it after the broadcast, but I can't do it right away. But if you have a link in a comment, never, ever, ever click on it, okay? David, you're a troll, you're a scammer. I will ban you and block you after the broadcast. That was my angry face. So probably it's some kind of virus. So please be safe, ladies. Don't click on David's link. Yeah, sorry, Vicky.
No, it's fine. It's okay.
I have to shout out. So, Vicky, I love your pieces, and Sherry says go for it. Yeah. And Corinna says that she likes it, that it's chunky.
See, that's the thing with the magazine as well, is that I can't just cater for myself. I have to think that not everyone's going to have my taste and like what I like. So it's thinking outside the box, and that's what these boxes are really good for. They're really good for pushing you out of your comfort zone, especially colours, because these colours are so not me. I'm not a red person at all. I go for the blues. The last one that I was on, which one's it gone? Which one did I have last? The Thesis Treasure one. That was like so me, because it was all the blues and the purples and the silvers, and it was gorgeous. And this one is equally just as gorgeous, but it's a comfort zone thing. So, but I've got two more things to show you. These are both finished pieces.
Sorry, just a question, because we have a question from Cheryl and also from Linda, that which magazine and how can they get it?
It's Bead and Jewelry magazine. It's a UK-based magazine. Can I put the link on? Let me see. How do I write on this? I'm not sure I can write on it because I'm on the broadcast.
No, at the moment. I can share it after the video.
Yeah. So it's beadmagazine.co.uk. That's the link, and you can go on and there's all
afterwards. Yeah.
So Erika will share that with you. So my last two pieces, which are fully finished, I have some of them in. I've got the earrings in, which are my twinkle earrings. So you can see the front of them there, but if I just turn them around, the back is equally sparkly.
I
So
can't
you've
even
got the
decide if I like the front or the back more.
no, that's the thing. It's when I was making it, I was like, oh, do I really want to cover up all these bicones? But then I was like, often enough, when you see an earring from the back and it's plain and it sometimes twists round and stuff, it's at least with this, if it twists round, you haven't got anything to worry about because the back is really pretty spectacular with all that crystal. But so it's made out of an 8mm chaton with one of the delicate beads, one of the size 15s, and bicones, and the little gift that came on the top of the box, which you get before you even open the box, which is like fabulous. But they're really quite quick to make, and really good for the upcoming festive season, because obviously we all like to sparkle every part of the year, but especially at Christmas.
And Vicky, you will write the tutorial for this, right? Too.
That one's already written and on my Etsy shop now.
Okay, that's wonderful. So even before the Fridays, no one has to be the long workshop. Someone was commenting that, oh my God, Friday is such a long time away. Then actually, if you head over to Vicky's Etsy, then she already has a tutorial for you.
Yes,
with the Lucia.
It's really quick to make. So you'd be happy with them ones. But the one that I am gifting to you guys, that Erika was talking about earlier, is this one. So now the chain's very tiny because I haven't quite decided whether I want to make more of the chain in this part or whether I want to add metal chain to it, because I do like a pendant that comes with a bit of metal chain. So, but there you go. This is the
it's
beautiful. I haven't given him a name yet, actually. Wonder what we should call it. But I absolutely love the Indian pink 4mm rhinestones that are around the centre of the pendant and then on the actual chain. There was about 20 in the box. I think it came with 20, so I used 19 on my piece. So that might be me putting an order in for more.
And you can finish it with bigger beads, you can finish it with seed beads. Yeah. So there are different options to complete this.
That's it. And there's yeah, like I was saying, there's so many options to make this into whatever you would like it to be. Whether you prefer chain, you might not even want to put that link chain on it. You may want to just add a chain straight to the angel wing pendant, which isn't. I've never used a pendant like that before to bead off.
Yeah,
I remember. I think I used there was a clasp quite a long time ago. I think it was a clasp, garden clasp, and it was angel wings. So that went obviously at the back of your neck, but you could use it as a focal.
Do you mean this one?
I might do.
Or like really something similar, which can be like a focal or which can be like a...
I'm doing that really squinty eye thing where you try and get close to things to see. No, it wasn't that one. It actually looked very similar to this one, except it was just I think it might have been a box clasp.
Okay.
In a way, but yeah, it was gorgeous, and it reminded me of that. So popping it at the front and hanging the pendant off it, and then beading off the chain off it was just it was awesome. I liked it. So this one is made with the 6mm pearls you'll get in your box. As you see, the back that's where you can see it. I've done like a right angle weave to start with, using the 6mm pearls and the 4mm bicone. So obviously you're starting as the 3 pearls and the 1 bicone, and then you bead off that to make the start of the circle. I built up the middle with the chaton using just the seeds and the delicas, and you can just kind of see that the bicones, even though they're at the back, and sometimes people go, oh, it's a waste at the back, why would you put them at the back? You can kind of see that it's popping through just a tiny bit so it catches the light. After that one, I've moved on and put the very fantastic rhinestones on the pearls, and then moving on to the edge, it was peyote, mainly peyote around the edge, using the 15s, the delicas, and then I popped in the 2mm true two, can never say that, the true two fire polished
Well,
And then
it
as you can
looks
see,
wonderful, Vicky, and thank you so much for your kindness. So,
oh, you're
beaders
welcome.
who
I hope
are,
everyone enjoys it.
or beaders on the fuchsia level, they will receive it as a gift, and everyone else can get it at Vicky's Etsy shop. And sorry, how do we find your Etsy shop?
Oh, Vicky Roberts Designs. That's the name of it. Vicky Roberts. Vicky with a Y. I know it says Victoria on here, which is very unusual that anyone sees me called Victoria. But yeah, it's Vicky with a Y. VICKY. Roberts Designs.
We will, of course, also link to it when we publish
Thank
the
you.
article on the blog featuring the different 𝐁𝐿𝐆 that are made from the box. So, ladies, you will be able to find Vicky's contact details in the blog article that's coming. So don't worry. And thank you so much, Vicky, for joining me today.
Oh, no, you're welcome. It was lovely to be here with you all.
And are there still beads in your box? How does it look like at the moment after beading so much?
Oh, it's all falling out.
She just made an even bigger mess.
How full it is. Look at all this. It is still so full. It's like, and I've made 5 things. 5 things. And it's still so full. And my last box is still so full. And I've used stuff out of it for the previous magazine. The magazine that it was featured in was 118. And then 119 also has a piece out of the box, but I can't show you that because I don't have it. Because it's still with the office. Because we have to send stuff in for photography.
Vicky. Thank you so much for sharing your creativity with us.
You're welcome, my lovely.
Sarah, in the meanwhile, was super nice, and she looked up your Etsy shop, so she put it in a comment, so I can put it on the screen now.
Thank you, Sarah.
So thank you, Vicky. I will continue now showing the 𝐁𝐿𝐆 that Zuzi and Veronica made. And hope to see you soon and talk to you soon. And have a nice
hope to see you all again soon. Take care, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Marianska says, I think I need a second box. Marianska, we actually have beaders who have more than one. So all you need to do is, send an email to the ladies in the treasury. So, ladies, thank you so much for your kindness towards Vicky. I think she made some amazing pieces. And now I would like to continue showing you the 𝐁𝐿𝐆 from Veronica and Zuzi. And then I will finish with the big piece that I made that features exactly 100 pieces of preciosa crystals. So first of all, I would like to show you the 𝐁𝐿𝐆 from Veronica. So here you can see another design for No One Has to Be Alone. And Veronica named it Snow White. And as you can see, this is another square stitch bezel design, but then she kept adding half tillas, bicons, pearls, bugle beads. So she ended up with this super nice component, and she joined a few of them, I think 5 for her small size, 5 or 6, to become a bracelet. But you can also make it into a pair of earrings, into a pendant, whatever you like. And as you can see, she made a little variation between the motifs. That one of the motifs is with the cyan red bicon beads, and then comes one with the full Labrador silver ones, and then again the cyan, then again the full Labrador. So there are possibilities even to change it up slightly, even if following the same design. And indeed, as Margareta says, white for the snow, black for the hair, and red for the lips of Snow White. And now I have another one. And this time, actually, it will be one of Veronica's design that's becoming the second signature jewel from your box. So every fuchsia level Beadingschool Academy student will receive the tutorial for this super sparkly snowflake featuring nuggets and then the wax solos and bicones. So I'm really happy that you like it, ladies. So this is going to be the second signature jewel. And then I have here one more that Veronica designed. For No One Has to Be Alone. And this is, for me, this is like Gothic style or Victorian style. So it is another snowflake. Every snowflake is unique completely. So she built up a snowflake primarily from the Miyuki slender bugle beads, but also with some Preciosa Suwon rhinestones, 3 and 4 millimeter bicone beads. So she made it into a pendant, but you can also make it into a pair of earrings. As Vicky said, there are 20 pieces of the Preciosa Suwon rhinestones in the box. So you can make, if you want to reserve all of them for this motif, then you can make 4 motifs from the Preciosa Suwon rhinestones. So these were, oh, and then I have one which is actually my favorite from Veronica. And she was inspired by the lights of the city in the winter, during the night, different shades of red, but covered, while the city covered in snow. And here she used again one of the ice red 12 millimeter rivolis in the middle, but again with a different kind of bezel, as we got used to with Veronica's jewels. And she hanged a pear drop at the bottom. So that's one of the options how you can use the pear drops from your box. You can either include them, of course, in the main body of a design like Vicky did with her work in progress jewel, but they are also perfect for hanging below your motifs. And we have at least 2 different ways of showing you how you can hang the pear drops, one from Veronica, as you can see, and I will have a very different and very pretty one from Zuzi. And Cynthia says, it is beautiful and it looks like an older ornament that I grew up with. Beautiful. I'm really happy that you like it, Cynthia. And indeed, it's like dimensional, so it does have volume. So these were the jewels created by Veronica. And we have Zuzi here, actually. I saw her commenting. Zuzi, I received this empty picture from you. But of course, I also received a lot more, as Zuzi got very inspired by the Lucia slide box. Just as Vicky, she really likes working with the navettes from the box. So this is a pendant that she created. Again, the 12 millimeter ice rivoli, and then we have the 3 millimeter faceted rounds and the navettes featuring in the bezel. And there is a chain made up from the Miyuki slender bugle beads. And Zuzi says, I struggled first, but now I can't stop with designs. Well, it's a beautiful one. And Zuzi also sent me an example of how she turned one of the motifs into an earring. So you can either go for one pendant, there are 6 nuggets in your box, or if you add 2 from your own stash, then you can make a full pair of earrings. And I love how you paired the candlelight ear stud to this motif. I think it's a perfect match, Susie. As Elena says, it is magic. Looks fantastic, truly. It's a minimalistic design, but like so much sparkle and so beautiful. It's amazing. And then I have the piece that I mentioned to you, which also uses a pear cabochon, but this time without the metal claw. And Zuzi bezeled the pear cabochon with some milky slender bugle beads and hanged them under motifs that we can bead together during one of the upcoming No One Has to Bead Alone workshops. I believe, if I remember correctly, then this will come actually as the last No One Has to Bead Alone of 2022, so it has a special place in the program. And of course, like if you like this kind of bezeling, the pear drop, then you can use it on its own for super small, cute, but very elegant, dramatic earrings, or you can hang it also under something else. And Tanya says the pear looks now like a chapel. And that's something that we were debating about yesterday, that it looks like maybe like a chapel, maybe like a little lamp. So, oh yeah, as Annika says, a little lantern. And Kate says, love the treatment of the drops here, really cool. And I think it's a very special piece from Zuzi. I am looking forward to read it. And then I have 2 more from Zuzi. One is a pair of earrings, also with her beloved square stitch bezel and nacre cabochons. And this motif, as the previous star-shaped ones too, they can also double as ornaments for your Christmas tree. So how fun is it actually that you can match your Christmas or Christmas decoration? I imagine actually that I might hang up some of the beaded snowflakes on my window, so then they are like really visible. So I think this will also end up when I bead my own version as part of a window decoration. And oh, Faye likes your photos. I like them very much too. And I think that these stars would also look gorgeous if we ended up connecting 3 pieces, one in the middle and then 2 on the sides to create a V shape like the necklace that I am wearing today, and then maybe hanging one of those pear cabochons in the Milky Bugle bezel at the bottom. So I think that would be beautiful. And then I have one more piece from Zuzi here. And this is another amazing sparkly snowflake. I think we could all name all of the pieces sparkly snowflakes, because they look like that. So here Zuzi has another beautiful piece which can end up as a pendant or as an ornament for your tree. So here she has gem duos, vexillos, preciosa suvan rhinestones, and her favorite component, the angel wing connector. So these were the pieces from Zuzi, and then I have one more that I would like to show to you. Just a moment. And this is a jewel that I mentioned to you that it has 100 bicons, and it also uses the angel wing connector, which is not only Zuzi's favorite, but also my favorite. So I hope you like this. It's the mother of all sparkly stars, I think. So it is quite substantial in size. And it features a gazillion Preciosa bicons, 3mm ones, 4mm ones in 2+2 colors. And actually, I also used the so-called Preciosa Loch Rose components here at the tip of my scissors. So I turned two of them together to look like small bicon beads. That was actually the idea of Veronica, to turn them together in this way. And then when I was designing this, then I ended up having a gap between my Tilla beads and between the chaton. So the size of these just filled the gap perfectly. So Jessica, it's together, it's not like 100 bicons, but 100 Preciosa components. So also together with the chaton and together with the 22 pieces of Loch Rose components that I have here. That adds up to 100 exactly. Tanya! And I'm really, really happy that you like this, ladies. This was like pure love and pleasure when I was designing this. And Cheryl is asking, all from the box. So we all work with one set of components. So I work with one set of components. So far I have these jewels, but my box is still pretty full, so I will continue beading from my box for a long time. And Zuzi has her own set of components, her own box, and Vicky has her own box. So if you choose designs that you want to bead from two different designers, then you might need to make decisions that, okay, from this component I still have a lot, so I can make a necklace. From this component I have less left, so I can make a pendant. Or you can add something from your own stash. So of course you have enough for the signature jewels and for plenty more. But please keep in mind that all of us works with one set of the beads and components. So sometimes we end up using the same. Like, for example, you could see the angel wing connector in Vicky's design, in my design, in Zuzi's design. So there is one piece in the box and you need to make a decision that which motif would you like to hang on the angel wing connector. And Margareta is asking for the size of the pendant in millimeter. Let me see if I can grab oh, I have here this little tool. So it's exactly, or a little bit more than 6 centimeter. It's about like 62 millimeters, I would say. And she also says need to get a second box. Oh, and Facebook user friend says, this is my first box and I'm so glad I joined. Those designs are amazing. And I'm super happy that you made the decision to join us. And Cheryl is asking, when can we get the tutorial for that gorgeous piece you used 100 pieces in? So this one will come in December. So next week already, so you will need to wait a little bit for this one. But already this Friday, we will be publishing the first one. And then next week, the first signature jewel. So you don't get you overwhelmed, and also to be able to like structure the work of our designer team. We are publishing the tutorials one by one. Usually there is always one on a Friday for no one has to be alone, and one extra sometimes during the week. And okay, Margareta says that the 6 centimeters is not too big for her, then I'm happy about it. And Elena asks to like adding the number of beads for the material list. So tomorrow or on Thursday, we will publish a blog post featuring all the designs that we have for now from the Lucia slide box. And thank you for your idea. We will add the numbers too. And Lita says, I'm thinking how gorgeous your pendant will be in turquoise, sapphire, and emerald. Then just let me show you one little thing. It is just the beginning of the next pendant. So while I am drawing the instructions of the big pendant, I started to bead it in turquoise and a bit of gold and matte colors. So I am really curious to see how will it end up. So ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. If there is someone out there who doesn't have a Beadingschool Academy Theme Box yet, then we have a few pieces available, last ones from the fuchsia level for this year, and then a couple more turquoise ones. And in the meanwhile, if you feel inspired by these pieces and you think that you would like to have the 12 millimeter ice volleys, or maybe the beautiful pierce in more colors available, then I have some good news for you, because just before today's meeting, I managed to publish. Timmy prepared this for you. So the pear cabochons and also the ice volleys, they are available now at beadingschool.com. And we even created bundles for you. So if you would like to get more colors, then if you get them together in a bundle, then you will end up saving about 10% of the price. You will need to scroll down a little bit to find the colors one by one. And this is the one that I have used, that we have used in the designs, and that's included in the box, the ice red. But it's available, this ice effect, also in many different colors, as you can see. And why I like them, because this sparkly crackled effect, I think it's perfect for the winter time, but at the same time, I don't have to stay with only blue or only crystal or only white to create like a winter effect, but I can still stay colorful. So I am also looking forward to try my hands with the rose one, for example, or like the light topaz is very beautiful in, I think. And Zuzi is asking, where are they? The easiest way to find them is the new in the bead shop category. So once you get to the bead shop, then there is this tile new in the bead shop. So that's the easiest way to check that what was added recently. And then if you scroll down, you can already see two colors of the pear cabochons, heliotrope and rosewater opal. And then on the second page, there are the mocha ones available. The mocha ones are like this matte effect, like the red one, this light cyan mocha that we had in the box. But now they are also available in black diamond and fuchsia, aquamarine, and some more colors like the ghost light, air blue opal, violet blue, white opal. And this one is called copper, but it's actually matching the cabochons that came in the passion box. I know that some of you liked it very much. So this is that special shade of orangish, purplish, rose kind of cabochon. It's a very beautiful shade, I would say. So thank you so much, ladies, for for spending your time with me today. Oh my God, Elena says I'm a fairy. Never ever anyone told me that. Elena, you are special. Thank you so much. So, ladies, I am looking forward to meeting you on Friday with the first piece that I've created for No One Has to Be Alone, and then see you next week for a coffee time with Erika again. Have a lovely, peaceful rest of the day. Wishing you lots of creativity.